Here at Speedify, we get a lot of very specific technical questions. Let's take a look at a question that was asked in our comments. I noticed that bypass suggests things that I don't think I'm using. Is this a bit more of a guessing game at times? Thanks for asking. To be able to better answer that, we need to take a closer look at what Speedify bypass is and how it works. The bypass feature allows you to direct the traffic of specific sites and services and apps around Speedify so you can still access them while Speedify is active and connected. Some VPNs refer to this as a split tunnel. Why would you need to do that? Well, Speedify is essentially a VPN, and there are specific sites like some of the streaming platforms, online banking, and some location-specific apps like delivery apps that will either block VPNs entirely or just some VPN servers. If you need to use either of the above, enabling the Speedify bypass will allow you to use these services outside of Speedify since their traffic will just go around us, while the rest of your online traffic is still encrypted and your connection made faster and more stable with Speedify's channel bonding. You like this video so far? Subscribe to our channel for more tech tips, Speedify how-tos, and our weekly office hours live stream where we answer your tech questions live. Now that you understand how bypass works, it's easier to answer that question. When Speedify is running on your device, it can see what IP address and hosts you're visiting. None of this information is ever sent back to us. It doesn't get stored on our servers. It isn't looked up in our servers. But on your device, it checks what are the names of the sites you're visiting. So the app can suggest that you turn on bypass if you hit a service that we know is frequently blocked. So for example, and I bet this is what you're talking about, if you see PayPal suggested for the bypass, but you are convinced that you are not using PayPal, it actually turns out that you are. A lot of the web pages you may visit have PayPal code hidden in them. So the pages are contacting PayPal whether you notice it or not. Now, if you're not familiar with this feature just yet, let me show you. Here's Speedify running, connected to a server over both Comcast cable and Verizon from a cell phone, which are being combined in Speedify. And if you scroll down the dashboard, you should see a few suggestions under the bypass section for services that Speedify thinks I may want to go around. And in this case, of course, it's PayPal, Venmo, and Braintree, which are all divisions of PayPal. They are building an advertising network and they are tracking people as they go all over the internet. And Speedify is correctly detecting that. You can enable them here, and once they do, that suggestion disappears from the dashboard. If you change your mind and want to disable the bypass for that service, or want to customize what services you're bypassing, you can just click Manage here in the bypass section on the dashboard. You can also go into the Settings menu, and if you scroll down under Privacy, you'll find the bypass option. You can disable or enable the bypass entirely. The same goes for bypass suggestions. You can just flip it off at the switches here. You can browse through our default list, and you can even search them. So if you want to type pay and you see all the services with pay in the name. And you can enable or disable any of these services just by clicking the check boxes next to them. This way you can make sure you're only bypassing the sites, services, and apps that you actually want to have go around Speedify. That's it. I hope it helps. Now that you understand more about how our bypass feature makes suggestions, check out our other video about the Speedify DNS settings, because we explain in detail all the DNS services we offer with Speedify and how you can customize your DNS to best suit what you're doing online while using Speedify.